Alrighty, so we got the crane over here. And Ian's in it, doing a couple things. But he's got the jib on, fully boomed out. It's a nice non-windy day, so that's good. We're gonna see if we can get a shot of him working with this painter here. They're painting up high. I got some tag lines hooked up down low. And that's all the way up on, I believe that's the 5th floor. 3, 4, 5, yeah. Nothing like watching paint dry. Watching paint dry? Watching paint dry?
Yeah, pretty much. You gotta do a lot of stuff in that one section.
Yeah. It's got 2 guys in the basket. Well, that's a good little job for us for a couple days with the crane of just sitting there watching paint dry. Basically getting paid to sit in the seat and move the crane a little bit here and there. Just idling all day long. Look at that. So I don't know who they hired to do the grading over there, but they asked us for a quote. Well, it was such a big job. You know, I'd love to figure it out, but 15 guys with a bunch of little jobs that we have, we're just not set up to do a job that size. And I'd have to really ramp up, and you know, hiring these days isn't exactly easy. Finding all the big companies have taken all the good help, so all the little guys get the table scraps, and you know, nobody really wants to work for the little guys anymore. And it's tough because, you know, we're a small company and we want to do more, but you can only do as much as you can do with what you got, with the guys that you got. All right, so Brian just sent me a little video from here at Juniper, and it sounds like we've got a big storm drain in the way of our cut. I'm telling you, this doesn't make sense to me, that we were off about 10 foot on the placement of this house. Because I mean, I didn't have grading or staking, but I went off the site plan and I went over on everything, so I knew I was within, I don't know, my measuring, I thought I was within a couple feet of where the placement would be. And they, you know, they came back and were putting us at, you know, essentially 10 foot further over to the left, which, well, I guess not quite 10 foot, but definitely further to the left. Now, I understood the orientation being off, but actually the positioning of the house to the left. So now what we've run into is a storm drain that's in the cut. So we're gonna take a look at what he sent me and see kind of what he's talking about. And I think this is the drain right here, which it looks like it's going that way. Um, terrible. This stuff's just solid as a rock. So there's that. I'm gonna have to say that that's abandoned. I don't know. It might not be abandoned. Well, we're gonna leave it alone. We're just gonna cut. We're just gonna follow the pipe and cut back to here. So that's all we can do. But our line that we wanted to cut is right here. The pipe's over there in our cut. So we're gonna keep that line going, and I see my mark from this morning was down there. So essentially, we got to clean all this material right here and build that corner up. So that'll put us pretty much back in good shape. This is going to be the edge of our pad right here. Stuff is just so tough. I mean, solid as a rock. So we brought the rock screen back up. Probably gonna slide it back about 8 foot back. And maybe even like 10 foot back, I'm not sure yet. And we'll start cleaning all this material. We get all this trash down here to the bottom, and I'm gonna check those plans because I don't remember seeing that that storm drain on the plans at all. And it could be that it's an abandoned one because the other one's further over and it's just an old one. It's not being used anymore. But there is a manhole over there too. I don't know. But I think that manhole's connected to the newer pipe. It's actually running on a different, completely different angle. We're in good shape. We'll be, by tomorrow, our little mistake will be corrected and nobody will be the wiser. All right, Mike and Owen are over on Pinehurst. There's some big old steel columns that we have to deliver over there. We're gonna swing by there and see how that's going. Okay. So I'm not sure which one they're on. I've never been to this one. Now that's a nice setup there. That's Pro Builders. Pro Builders. My competition. Here we are over here. Oh yeah. Yeah, they got some beefy. I don't know why he left the truck running. I guess he just thinks diesel grows is a renewable resource. Oh, it's because he's got the dog in here. Okay. I didn't see you in there. What are you doing in there? Alright, well, I guess I'll leave it running. So these are the columns that you saw in the shop this morning. And well, Mike's on the Manitou with the jib. This is quite the little project. Must be an addition they're doing on this thing. So they're gonna stand all three of these. We got one here, one there, and one on the end, I think. You got a little hump in the, little bit of a hump in his footing. Just tighten her down. So I don't know. I see one more. Oh, there it is. 3 of them. So we got 1 down, 2 to go. I'm gonna go check on Chad. They're pouring concrete. So we got Chad and Alan and Chewy, I believe, over here. We're gonna pour these two little tiny piers, and they were way up under the middle of this building, so we had to pump it because it was just gonna be just too difficult to try and bucket it up under there, I guess. And I didn't want to spend the extra money, but luckily I priced this job pretty good, so we have a little bit of money. If I can spend a little money to keep the guys from breaking their backs, I'm gonna do it. And it'll make the job. We actually paired this one with another job, so we're gonna dump this in and then go down and do another one real quick. So we did save money there because the concrete charges on a short load, it's insane. It's like for just a yard or something, they want like $300 or something like that, $400 for a yard of concrete. So here's the pump. They're all set up here. Confined space. Okay, so here it is. It's flush with the one side. Okay, we got to clean that up quite a bit before we leave, but I can't see anything with that. So there's one. So what we got to do here, we're going to get a bottle jack in on this side and another one in on this side. We're going to raise the sag out of this beam here, and we're gonna stab a 4x6 post under. And then we're gonna come back and fix a bunch of these others. They're not great. So, I mean, that's the kind of straps they have. Little tiny 835s, whatever. Not even what's called for here. So they're down there pouring that one. We already got that one done. And I'm getting out of here. All right. Not the best access. But now that we got those done, these floors, these lower floors they're all got out of level. And the reason for that is all of these have all settled in some way, shape, or form. So we're gonna take the bottle jacks in between and just go work our way down each one and level this whole system. So that'll take a couple days. Once we do that, we'll be done with this one. Oh, that was fun. Bud is not enthused. He's ready to get to the house. You ready to get to the house, Bud? Huh? He likes to set his arm up on that thing like he's a human. Oh, Bud. Bud thinks he's a human. That's his seat. He's a backseat driver. Now we're gonna do our afternoon pass by at Laverne. Hoping for some good news up here. Alex had inspection and hoping to get the okay to wrap this building. So that was him right there. Wonder how it went. All right, last stop of the day. We've got our delivery in, which was all these columns. I showed you those on the last video. We fabbed those in the shop. So each of these are going to set right here, more towards the back, 1 inch off the wall, and we'll tighten. We'll use Titans to put those in. And we got these pillars. Those we will take and cut the thin side off the back. You see how there's three thicker sides, and then there's a thin side on the back. So we'll take all these block and we will use that thin side. We'll cut the thinnest side on every single one. And that'll give us basically a C block. And that will allow us to basically slide the block right in around the post that's already going to be existing. Once we do that, we will fill those up with concrete, and we should be in pretty good shape once we do that. So we got all our material here. We're going to start on this next week. We're going to dismantle this existing, start putting the new one up. Should be a good time. All right, we're back up at Juniper. As you can see, we've got our string set over here. And you can see we've corrected the cut here. So we got into this pipe here. We're not sure if that's an abandoned pipe or what that is. We're gonna have to find out. I don't remember seeing that on any of the plans because the original pipe is up there. It's connected to the manhole. And then these other storm drains here. So I don't know that that is a live pipe. It could be an old one that they abandoned. We're gonna have to find out. Other than that, we got this cut done. He's gonna jump up here. Same thing with the string, and do the do this other cut right here. So we'll go off that stick there, which pretty much actually lines right up with this little retaining wall here. So that's cool. So what we're gonna want to do is we're gonna be 4 foot back, and that'll cause us to take a little bit of a wedge out of that upper section there too, which we'll be using all that dirt to build out the corner that Brian's on right now. So it still should balance out pretty good. Probably that cut's gonna run right there down to nothing over there, and that'll get us back behind our retaining wall here. And we got to come over a little bit more, probably right to that bush. So this corner will kind of come out, and we should be in good shape.